Iran has accused the United States of violating the fragile ceasefire with new attacks in the Strait of Hormuz. The US military says it carried out retaliatory strikes against what it called unprovoked hostilities. North America correspondent Lauren Day joins us now from Washington. Very good morning to you, Lauren. What is the latest?
Good morning. Well, it's a very fast-moving and evolving situation, and as throughout this war, it's quite hard to unpick and interrogate what both parties are saying, but we know that both sides are today exchanging missile fire and accusations. Iran is accusing the US of violating the ceasefire by targeting 2 ships and attacking civilian areas. They're claiming the US targeted an Iranian oil tanker that was travelling toward the Strait of Hormuz and another vessel that was entering the Strait of Hormuz, and they say at the same time, with the cooperation of some regional countries, they carried out air attacks on civilian areas. For its part, US Central Command says this was self-defence, that they were intercepting unprovoked Iranian attacks on 3 US Navy vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. They have said CENTCOM does not seek escalation but remains positioned and ready to protect American forces. Now, there's no reports of casualties yet, but we have heard from US President Donald Trump. He told ABC America that this is not a violation of the ceasefire, that the ceasefire still remains in place, and he tried to dismiss this as a love tap. Now, he's also used very colourful language on Truth Social, the social media site. He has described in detail these boats went to the bottom of the sea quickly and efficiently, and he said their drones were incinerated in the air. They dropped ever so beautifully down to the ocean like a butterfly dropping to its grave. So very strange, very colourful language from a US president at such a serious and fragile time.
Now, Lauren, this all comes as the US is awaiting Iran's formal response to its peace proposal, that one-page 14-pointer. Where does that stand?
That's right. There were lots of reports actually that Iran was due to issue a formal response to that proposal today. We haven't seen that yet. As you mentioned, that would have been, we understand, a one-page memorandum of understanding that would have ended the war and then triggered this 30-day period of negotiations to try to thrash out the stickier issues, things like Iran's nuclear program. Obviously, we haven't seen that today, but it's unclear how the activities today will impact those fragile negotiations. Again, Donald Trump used very strong language in threatening Iran on social media tonight. He said that if Iran doesn't agree to American terms, just like we knocked them out again today, we'll knock them out a lot harder and a lot more violently in the future if they don't get their deal signed fast. So this already fragile ceasefire, these already tense negotiations really hang in the balance after what we've seen in the last few hours.